Welcome back to the Forge. It's time that we began to look at the Gospel of Thomas in a new way. And that new way is to look at it as a global message. What I'd like to do from this point on is look at the themes that are within the sayings. It's obvious when you work with this material that there were themes based around issues and subjects and ideas and thoughts that were there long before these sayings were ever written down and that Thomas manuscript was put together. And it's those themes that we now have to look at, because that is the evolutionary step. In fact, it's a revolutionary step. So that's where we're going to begin, and we're going to be looking at the pairs or threes of sayings that all have the same theme. And you'll see that that takes us to a new understanding and a new place within ourselves. That's where we get this revealing of the hidden information which is within the sayings. So we're going to begin with 0.0, and we're just going to use the Thomas code numbers now. We're not going to use the 114 Thomas saying numbers. We're going to use the Thomas code sayings, so this is 0.0. And the theme that is within this is a challenge. It's a challenge to you to take this path. The saying goes, these are the secret sayings which the living Jesus spoke, and which Didymus Judas Thomas wrote down. And he said, whoever finds the meanings of these words will not taste death. The part that I want to focus on here, which we started to unpack in the pages of Evolution, is the Didymus Judas Thomas. Didymus means twin. Judas means praise or in praise of. And Thomas means twin. The twin that we are looking at can be seen in a couple of different ways. It is the physical body which twins with the non-physical. It is the human with the living spirit. It is that place of unity. And we have that twice. We have Didymus and we have Thomas. In the middle, Judas means in praise of. So if we look at that, it means one person of unity, one twin, one person connected between the physical and the non-physical, in praise of another person. So it's like the teacher and the student. The student being, in this case, Mary Magdalene, who has created this document and who was the early leader of the movement. She is Didymus in this, in praise of Thomas, who is the twin, who is Jesus in this. So we've got one twin who is praising a second. The teacher has enlightened their student. There is a continuity of consciousness passing between one person and another. And that is where we need to start. The challenge here is, can we pass that consciousness across to you? Will you be the next Thomas? Will you be the next twin? It is that continuous consciousness that moves between one and another. That's the challenge that we get in this very first saying, 0.0. And it tells us, whoever finds the meanings of these words will not taste death, will not experience death. Now, the next few sayings are going to explain that in detail. But for now, let's just think about that continuity of consciousness which we are aiming to pass across.